When these missions spawn in a row, you can make some serious cash, especially when 3 of them basically spawn in the same spot like this. That was like pretty much 30,000 in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, so the Galderine on the nose, ATVS, and 2 MSVAs. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's see. This is a good one here. For 12,000 alpha UEC. Plus it has a bunch of others, guys, that we can pick up for call to arms for extra cash. And did it spawn right here? It spawned right here. Bye, Vanguard. Okay then. Alright, let's do some warrants. Good for building up money. That's like over 20,000 already. Gotlos 97 says, nice setup. Well, thank you. This isn't even its final form. You should see it when we have multiple people streaming to the same stream. It's pretty awesome. Probably won't be tonight. Actually, we did a stream the other night. I think last Friday, where we ran a Valkyrie, and we had turret cams for both the ventral and dorsal turrets. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Actually, I have this device here too, which allows me to see in real time what somebody else is looking at as well. It's like a targeting computer from Star Wars. So yeah, it's this is not even its final form, put it that way. It's pretty awesome right at the moment. It's still in development though, so it's still long term, it's still pretty early. I find it quite fun, so. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. If you like combat or mining, there's a lot to do, but a lot of the other professions and stuff aren't in yet. I'm actually running around right now doing some warrants on people in the system right now. It's more of a sandbox than anything. So basically, you can accept missions that you're given, that are transmitted to you. You can accept missions from mission givers. You can mine materials on planets or in caves or in asteroid fields with different vehicles and hand tools. You can sell them for cash, rent different ships and ground vehicles, or buy ships and ground vehicles in game. Hello, Move. I'm good. How are you? Good. Yes, the Warden is my favorite Vanguard as well. When these missions spawn in a row, you can make some serious cash, especially when 3 of them basically spawn in the same spot like this. That was like pretty much 30,000 in the last 5 minutes. Raids in terms of like MMO raids, there's nothing like an MMO type raid. There's like bunkers you can raid and stuff like that. But it's not anything like a traditional MMO like WoW or anything like that. There's Arena Commander, which is like PvP spaceships, and then there's Star Marine, which is like PvP FPS, which are kind of like their own separate things, although all that can take place in the universe as well. There's another mode coming at some point too called Theaters of War, which is like a combined arms sort of arcade mode. Thank you, Move. Thank you. Telling Gotlos earlier, this isn't even its final form. Yes, Gotlos, yes, I do play flight sims. I sort of built it to play both Star Citizen and flight sims, so that's kind of how it came about. Star Citizen kind of pushed me over the edge, though. Looks like all those execution warrants are all done. I have to fall back to regular bounties for the moment. Oops, we don't want L1. started building your own set. That's pretty awesome. I'm glad I inspired you. Have you wanted to do that for a little while? That reminds me of how I started this one. I actually started building it in the winter. About like four years ago. Started coming up with the design and everything I wanted to do. Did that while it was cold, and then when it warmed up and I could do everything outside, I put it together outside. Alright, honestly, this is a good one here. For 12,000 alpha UEC. Plus it has a bunch of others, guys, that we can pick up for call to arms for extra cash. And did it spawn right here? It spawned right here. Yeah, it's very lucky. It's back to a 6K bounty. This one isn't even worth. This one's only worth half. Those authorized execution warrants are absolute money makers. Yeah, you can find other players. Well, usually they're spread out pretty thin except for major points of interest. attention. It's Nate the Great again. Hey Nate. Weapons loadout. I'm using a Galdarine, 2 distortion repeaters, and 2 of the default Vanguard cannons. I've been playing with a few different loadouts over the last few days. Actually, let me bring it up here. Yeah, so the Galdarine on the nose, ATVS, and 2 MSVAs. The only reason I'm kind of going back and forth between the attrition and the Galdarine. And the only reason I'm trying the Galdarine at the moment is because the Galdarine's a little bit better for chasing things down, while the attrition is better for up close. Yeah, attrition is definitely better with the heat mechanics put back in now. But they have that damage fall off at range. Yeah, it is much more fun with, in my opinion, with a stick setup. Although you can totally play it with just mouse and keyboard. The reason I've kept the cannons on too is because then it gives you a little bit of burst damage if you're having trouble staying on target. You can kind of just swipe over the target and get some burst damage that way. And they don't have as low a velocity as the repeaters do. The repeaters are almost 1,000, or sorry, the repeaters are almost 100 meters per second velocity lower. So keeping the cannons on helps keep the combined pip velocity higher. Yeah, that's the other thing that I would normally put in a loadout. Instead of the cannons, I'd put the ballistic repeaters, simply because it helps keep the velocity high. I mean, the distortions, not only do they do a lot of damage, but they also help keep the combined velocity high. Because everything else is pretty pathetic velocity. Like the CVSA cannons are only like 950. The GVSR repeaters are only like 1,000. Whereas like the distortion repeaters are 1,200. But it's going to use your lowest velocity anyway, so you know, you get about 1,100 with MS or MVSA cannons on, so. Another build that I really like right now, if you're going all cannons, is the Light Strike. Because it's a size 5 cannon, but the fire rate is pretty similar to the size 2 cannons on the Vanguard. So you're not wasting DPS like with the other cannon builds. Yeah, I overclock the distortion repeaters, and then I overpower the nose gun by about 50%. And I overclock the cannons as well. Oh, the default ones are fine on the Vanguard. There's more than enough cooling and power to handle everything. Just using the default ones. I've upgraded the shield generators as well. And I overclock them. The only thing is when you're overclocked, especially with distortions, is your EM signature is quite high, so people are going to be able to see you quite easily. Yeah. That's another thing the light strike cannon's really good at. Its EM signature is very, very, very low. The only downside to the light strike is its velocity is pretty pathetic, but... let's see what we can do here. There's an authorized execution warrant for 12,000. So that didn't quite work there, so go out. Go out, yeah, see? Got it just like that. Yeah, it's so much easier. You can double right click to go back to the highest level too, so. Seems to work pretty damn consistently. Man, the FPS I'm getting right now is pretty damn smooth. I have to say that. $12,000, just like that. Not even counting the ones that I need to clean up for called arms. I think I was bouncing all over the place. Aw, we ate up all those already. Looks like this one spawned right here though, so... Bye! Wow, no bounties and no warrants. Wow. Oh, there's a bounty. I wiped them all out. Bounties and warrants for an endangered species, and I finished off the last of them. what I do is for my weapon groups is I put the Galdarine, or if I'm using an attrition, whatever the size 5 is, I put them on one weapon group, and then I put the cannons, if I'm using cannons, on a separate weapon group. So I've got this on the stage 1 trigger, and stage 2 of the trigger is the cannons. Yeah, it just seems to work really good that way. Oh, there's a CS3. Let's spawn right here, yay! Look at him. It's fun to watch them spin. I wish it would remember your weapon groups when you get out of the ship and got back in, too. Shallow to hit it there. There's another. then we can pretty much just straight up tank the last one. Could take obscene amounts of damage though. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Bye, Vanguard. Okay then. You know, that must be because of where it spawned originally. Wow. I've never seen that happen before. That's pretty great. One to go. Come out, wherever you are. Bye. Yeah, the last guy took the Vanguard, must have. How long of a walk is it to Lorville at this point? It's like a super long walk. Yeah, Breckenridge is over here. Orville's over there. It's going straight through the planet. It's 1,091 kilometers. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. By the time I make it back, the game will be released. Yeah. Well, there's only one thing to do, folks. Flop on the floor. Now wake up. There we go. Wake up. Alright. Well, have a good one. Alright, I think I'm gonna claim the ship at this point and call it here.